Everyone tells me how much healthier I look. I'm telling them how much healthier I feel. I recommend your show to everybody. With that small joke aside, I have two activist ideas. One of them is where I live. I won't name any businesses, but there are boxes, vending machines. They happen to be red, and they distribute DVDs. And what I do is I take a copy of, especially your newest films, are especially wonderful for this. But you take the DVD, you put a note in it, and it says, watch this DVD. If at the very least, put this DVD back where you found it for the next person to watch it. If you feel like I do, you will take this DVD and you will make a copy of it and give it to your friends, your family, and then also put one back on the box. I made an email address so that the person can contact me if they need to find out different ways to do things. But it's a method that I think would easily, you can find people who are already looking for a movie to watch, and you can spring their mind open. I hope that other activists out there will take this idea and run with it. My other idea, the other thing I do is, sir, I have taken to gardening, and it is an absolute, to get back to the creative, it is the most creative I've felt since having a child, in the sense of being at one with our Creator. And
humans are meant to be out in the sun, outside, working in the dirt. Again, we're losing our humanity, and little steps turn into big steps, turn into long marches against tyranny. And it's simple things like drinking purified water, eating healthier food, getting out in the sun, spending more time with our families, turning the television sets off for at least part of the day, and you will start to extricate yourself from the Matrix-like system.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. To pull a carrot out of the ground, wash it off, and hand it to my 3-year-old, there is no better feeling in the world knowing that you're giving him what God has created. And I hope, I hope I was clear as far as my activist idea.
No, you said red boxes. You said red boxes at certain businesses. I tell people to make copies of my films and give them to people and tell them to make copies. I don't know what the red boxes are. No.
Oh, well, it's basically, they're DVD vending machines that they have throughout the nation, especially where I live. And I know that they're in New York, Chicago, all your major metropolitans. They are in most.
And you put them in you put them in the bin where they drop down.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
One major world crisis away from having a totalitarian type of system.
The main event is the wholesale destruction of the world economy.
The push for every nation on the globe to identify and number all of its citizens.
Friends, I hope that you will order Shadow Government from Infowars.com. We also have some specials where you can get some of our other films half price when you order Shadow Government. A new level in production quality and in information. It exposes how a cashless society, surveillance, beast grid of total control is being put into place. This film needs to be seen. Everybody needs to get it. So order yours today. Show it to your friends, your family, your church, your neighbors, your boss, your employees. Shadow Government, ladies and gentlemen. Get your copy at Infowars.com today. Shadow Government. It gives Big Brother a black eye. Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. All right, I said open phones today, and yes, I've got Hugo Chavez saying the earthquake was a tectonic weapon. That is a ridiculous conspiracy theory. It's ridiculous for him to say it was a tectonic attack. He should have said, could it be a tectonic attack, and quote the Pentagon admitting they have these weapons. He should have called for an investigation. But he discredits himself, because I have the text of what he said from a Venezuelan government-approved newspaper. The media is controlled there, with him saying it was an attack and then not giving evidence. So we're going to be covering that. I'm going to get into the attacks on free speech in the country. Supreme Court removes list on limits of corporate labor donations to campaigns. So it's saying groups and corporations can give money, but the restrictions on individual giving, it's still there. The way I read this ruling. That's just like campaign finance reform of 2002 that Bush signed on to, breaking his promise not to sign it, remember? The McCain-Feingold legislation said that corporations could double the money they gave, but individuals could give less. So great. Labor unions and big corporations can give more money, but the citizens can't, the way I read this. Call in and correct me if I'm wrong. And believe me, we get stuff wrong, especially when it's brand new and we're trying to analyze it. Kind of like they said they were going to have the hearings today, but now they postponed them to next week with Geithner and Paulson. But then the news is still reporting that some type of banking hearing's going on. So we're trying to keep track of that. I mean, there's so much going on in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a documentary filmmaker. I have made, 24 films? And the last couple, they just get better and better. Fall of the Republic, the production quality, the information, shattering the left-right paradigm, exposing the environmental takeover that has nothing to do with the environment, the police state takeover, how they're brainwashing the Boy Scouts to serve Homeland Security. It's all covered in the Obama Deception and Fall of the Republic. And both these DVDs are discounted right now at Infowars.com. We're also carrying the new film that I didn't produce, but I'm shocked by its quality. It's Shadow Government. Very revealing. Comes from a Christian perspective. Great to show your church or give to your pastor. I hope that everyone will visit Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com and look at all the T-shirts, all the videos, all the books, not just my films or my book or Paul Watson's book, which are out of print. You can read them at PrisonPlanet.tv. It's the only place to get those. But all the T-shirts. You want to meet like-minded people? Wear a Don't Tread on Me Infowars.com T-shirt. Wear an Obama Joker shirt. Wear one of the 70-plus shirts we've got, and you will meet like-minded people very quickly on the street. All available at Infowars.com. We've got free T-shirt, free DVD deals. We've got a whole bunch of combos and specials. We've slashed prices on everything because we know the economy's falling apart, and we just want to get this information out. And your purchase does support what we do here. Get them. Make copies of my films. Show them to people. Infowars.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. Now, I want to try to now take calls until the bottom of the next hour, and then I am going to reconvene all my stacks of news because it all gets mixed up in big piles here in front of me and try to systematically go through it all because it's so important and there's so much of it. So much good news. I mean, I'm buoyed and excited, but at the same time, I know the globalists are using their tricks again, and so I want to expose that. But so much good news happening. I mean, the White House TSA czar, who said Christians are the number one threat to Homeland Security and the main terror threat, he's now withdrawn his nomination. They're in full retreat, ladies and gentlemen. The problem